Happy Sunday on Time Gang family. Welcome back to the video by me, Letitia Marie. It's actually Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all my beautiful mothers out there, all my aunties, all my godmothers, because listen, my daughter's godmother, I know she does a whole lot for her. Happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful women out there, and those of you that are grieving and may have lost your mom or your grandmother's raised you, maybe you've lost a child, anything like that, or you're carrying a current child. Happy Mother's Day to all of you dolls out there. Now, today's video, I'm super excited to bring to you all because y'all keep complimenting my makeup. So I feel like I want to do an updated routine with some of the products I have been using, as I have switched down, added some new things in. Tamara Renee, shout out to her. She's also Canadian girly. She kind of inspired this video a little bit because I learned to do my makeup from watching some of her content. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to do an update video of my own. I also do some full coverage as well. Now, this is going to be a talking video. So if you want to skip through anything or just look at what I bought maybe throughout the video, whatever the case might be, it'll be on there for you as well. But again, I'm super excited to bring this content for you. Now, this current makeup routine, y'all, I just came from church. My makeup would have been done around, 11 o'clock this morning. It is now like 3 o'clock. So what is that, 5 hours of me wearing this makeup all day? Listen, sweat proof. This is perfect for my girls going on vacation. This is a wonderful summer or even a spring routine. This is my everyday natural glam routine. Now, soft glam is when you might do a little bit of eyeshadow, like a brownie look. Full glam is when you do like the glitter on your eyes and things like that. This is a natural beat, full coverage, and I'm super excited to bring this all for you today.
Love it when I make you mad, but maybe we just not like that. Yeah, maybe we just not like that.
So excited to bring you guys an in-depth makeup routine. I want to make it as detailed as possible so you can get my whole routine in. You guys loved how my makeup looked in my last video when I did my Sephora haul, when I also did my sneaker haul. So I'm really excited to bring this to you. And a lot of this is going to feature some of the new products that I had gotten from Sephora, but I also do get a lot of my stuff from the hair store. So it is very affordable if I do say so myself. And like I said, I am super excited to bring this for you all. Now, every makeup tutorial is going to start off with some good skin prep. I'm going to use my Numzin Beauty Lotion that is a part of my skincare routine. Now, I do naturally have oily skin, so this is more in favor of my girlies that do have oily skin. That doesn't mean if you don't have combo, you can't use it. But again, it's also summertime anyway, so this probably is a good hack to use anyway, so your makeup is not sweating off your face. Now, because I have oily skin, I tend to sweat in these areas here and here. So I'm gonna show you guys also a little hack as we continue on. My primer is going to be the Makeup Forever Shine Control Primer. And I love this because it literally just sucks up all the oil out of my face. So it's perfect for me. And this is very inexpensive. I think this little tube here, if you want to try a sample size, is like 20 bucks. So definitely grab you one of these, especially for the summer season. I love carrying this with me, especially on vacation, because listen, it's a lifesaver. My makeup, like I said, stays on. It's not sweating off. And I love me a full glam matted look. So y'all, make sure you grab me one of these. I have oily skin, so I'm trying to make everything stick to my face and seep in. Now, a hack that I do before I put on my foundation is I'm going to use my Huda Beauty powder, and it's going to be in the color Kanafa, and I'm going to use my triangular brush right here, and I'm going to put it right in the areas that tend to get a little bit oily, because this is just going to make sure that it gets sucked up as best as possible. So again, you can just put it in the areas where your skin naturally does get oily. At least for me, again, it's these areas here, my forehead, and just in this area. And I'm just going to pat that in. A hack that I actually am currently doing is I'm actually mixing the powder. So this is actually being mixed with the Laura Mercier in the color, I think it's Honey is what it's called. Hold on, I'm gonna get it for you. Lucent Honey. So these are actually being mixed together for my face. And this actually helps keep everything on. And let's say I'm crying today because it's Mother's Day and I'm stressed out or something like that. My makeup is not gonna run. I'm sorry, I did take a mini break because I had to go outside and get something from my sweetheart, Michaela. She brought me some tulips. Thank you to my baby. I'm so appreciative of her. I know this is gonna be very random, so you want to skip over it. I'm gonna leave timestamps down below, but I want to just add this in this part right here because y'all, my actual mother passed away when I was 13. And for me, this has been a very emotional week. Like, even I got up this morning around like 4 something, 5 o'clock in the morning, just straight in tears. So it's been a very complicated week for me, and May, June always going to be because that's also my mom's birthday coming up in June. But thank you so much to my sweet Michaela for dropping off some flowers for me. Remember, my daughter's name is also Iris. You guys know I love me some flowers. My tattoos, half of them are flowers, so this means a lot. But let's get back into the tutorial. So I personally like to mix my foundation so I can get that full coverage and I get as close to my skin tone as possible. So I'm going to start off with the NARS Soft Glam Foundation, and it's going to be in the color Macao, which is Deep 4 is going to be color I'm going to be using, number 1. And I'm going to be mixing it with my Estee Lauder Sandalwood Double Wear Foundation. Now, this also looks really good if I combine it with my Dior, but it's done, so we're going to have to combine these two. But it looks just as good, and like I said, it likes to match my chest as much as possible. A little goes a long way. You do not need a lot, especially because, again, I am mixing. So it also helps me to stretch out my foundation as needed. So that's as much of this I'm going to use. And then literally like a dime size of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I'm just going to brush this in. Now the brushes I use are going to be from Temu and Shein. They are the Real Technique dupe brushes. So you don't need expensive brushes. I know some people, sometimes different things do different techniques for you, but listen, I personally do not mind using my little cheap brushes because it gets the job done and the makeup comes out flawless. I promise you, dolls, every single time. And look how beautiful the foundation is just going into the skin. And that's why skin prep is so important, and making sure you're using the right products for your skin as well, because it just blends out beautifully. And again, remember to go into your neck as well, because it's gonna be crazy when we face looks one way, this is something else, and it matches your chest. So make sure you're blending out your neck as best as possible. Now to get into my nose and the smaller areas like by my baby hair so I don't get makeup in it, I go ahead with a smaller brush like this and I go into my little creases here and I pat in and spread out as best as possible just so all my skin is covered. And again, I'm not getting it into my hair. But as you guys can see, like, look at that. It blended in like flawlessly, like perfect. Now using that same brush, I'm going to go ahead with my Too Faced concealer right here. And this is in the color Toffee. And this is going to go right underneath my eyes, like I said, just to get that full coverage, make sure everything's in nice. And I do actually use 2 concealers. And I noticed the difference when I use 1 versus 2. One of my friends actually picked up on this when we went to Barbados last year on vacation. And that's because she's like, yo, when you do the 2 concealers, it makes everything look so much more like dynamic and striking. And I feel like for the girls that, you know, do want to do that full glam look, you want people to compliment your makeup. You want to say, listen, your makeup looks flawless. You did a great job. So listen, if you're gonna go ahead and take the time, like 40 minutes or whatever the case is out of your day to do your makeup, make sure everything is executed as flawlessly as possible. See, look how everything just looks matted, perfect in there. I mean, if I wanted to go outside like this, I probably could, but let's go into our next step. Next, we're gonna go ahead with our e.l.f. Cameo 16-Hour Concealer. Now, it has numbers on there for the color I'm currently using, and it's gonna be 4C01FH. It'll be on the screen as well for your convenience. And this color, I remember when I first got it, I told you guys, I think this is too light. I don't know how I feel about this color, but as I learned to add in different products with certain things, this color is actually perfect for me. So I'm going to go ahead into these areas here and highlight now. And then I'm going to also go ahead and do the bridge of my nose and just in this area here. And I'm going to spread out everything and just under my lip. There we go. Now to blend this out, I am going to go ahead with my little triangular sponge. My sponges come from Shein and Temu as well. And I get like packs of 24. For like, what, $4, sometimes even $2. I think this pack was about $2, which in saying that, if you're interested in Shein haul, vacation wear, lookbook, all that stuff, I have that coming out very, very soon. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, this would be a perfect time to subscribe, turn on your post notifications, that way you don't miss no videos from Never Late to 28 from me, Letitia Marie. Oh, also, if you're new here, hey, welcome to the channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. Also, I use very minimal brushes as possible because I don't really feel the need to use like 5 and 7 different brushes personally. But this is why I always encourage you to watch different tutorials, see different techniques, because you'll figure out what works best for you. I know for myself, I maybe go through 4 or 5 brushes and like 2 sponges, if that, while I'm doing this. And again, you can wash all your stuff and reuse it. Look at that, blend it out beautifully. So I'm gonna go in with one more layer just because I want it to be a little bit more dramatic. Not too much, a little goes a long way. And this tube lasts pretty long. You guys remember I bought this around Christmas time. And like I said, if this is my everyday typical look, especially when I'm going to work and stuff, yeah, see, perfect. That extra was definitely needed. But yeah, if I'm using this as often as I am and it's still full, yeah, this goes a long way. And this concealer was what, $8 Canadian? So maybe $5 American and like $3 European. Yeah. Affordable, and a little goes a long way. The tube lasts a very long time. And look at that, did exactly what it needs to do. And now this next step right here, I'm super excited for. After that, I'm gonna go ahead with my One Size glitter setting spray. And y'all, this is gonna make everything change tremendously. So I typically spray this after I go ahead and do all my liquid concealer and foundation. When it comes to my blushes and stuff, I do a lot of that stuff after the fact. And listen to me, it looks great after. Now, y'all, I know you're seeing what's doing to my face, probably like, girl, what'd you do to your face? But listen, are you seeing this? Look at this. Look how glittery my face looks. And I promise you, after putting all my powders after, it's gonna look even more better. Make sure to grab you a glitter setting spray because it's gonna make all the difference after you put on all your powders and stuff, because you're gonna see like this pretty little shimmer underneath. And I just love what it did there. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Next, I'm gonna seal everything with my setting powders. Again, we're using the Honey Translucent with Laura Mercier and the Kanafa from Huda Beauty. And I literally just go ahead and mix them together so I get both my colors in there. And as mentioned, the reason why I do 2 powders is because I realize when it comes to my makeup branding and stuff, it keeps everything perfect and intact. So that's why I go ahead and I use 2 setting powders together. And you're gonna go ahead and put your setting powder anywhere where you put your highlighting concealer. Next, I'm gonna go with my MAC Studio Fix in the color, I believe it's NC50, I think is what it is. And that's just gonna go ahead and seal in all the powder we just did. And I love how it creates such a beautiful, like, honey looking look. And then when I add the bronzer, y'all, listen. And next, to add some color back into my face, I'm gonna go ahead with my One Size Dark palette right here, bronzer. And I mix these 2 colors together and then I go ahead and contour my face. And as you suck in your cheek, you wanna make sure you're going along that cheekbone line. And make sure you blend out. I'm gonna go ahead with a bigger brush so I can blend out a little bit better. So I just go ahead and take my larger brush I was using earlier and pressing it out. Now, after all that warmth is added back into my face, I go ahead with my Morphe palette. And let me tell you something, this blush technique saves me every time. I go ahead with the Pink Fairy palette that we got here, and I grab some of this glitter right here, along with this nice, beautiful, like, fuchsia pink. Again, a little goes a long way. And when I add it in, y'all, ready for this look? Look at this, shimmery, perfect, and beautiful. And this also helps to save, like, money, right? So if you don't want to go ahead and buy blush as well, you can also use your eyeshadow palette. And look at this, look how beautiful my cheeks look, and it ties in everything perfectly with that glitter that we had going on already. And I just love, look at this, pink and beautiful, and it keeps you blushing legit all day long. So if I start crying today or something, you ain't gonna tell because my cheeks are looking pretty. I go ahead and I add some to my nose as well. Oh, and look how pretty she's looking. I love, and again, we could stop here if we wanted to, but I got more for y'all. Now I'm only using my Laura translucent powder for this step here, and this is gonna bake for a little bit. Now if you have oily skin, don't bake for too long. This is more I want to see for people that have combination or dry skin. And then also to contour our face, you're going to suck in your cheeks again and create that nice line across. Trust the process. I promise it's look good. But right now I'm going to go ahead to my eyebrows. Now for my eyebrows, I just go ahead with this Eben. This is what it's called. It's from the hair store. It's $1.99 and it is a gel brow pencil and I use this in the dark brown. And I just go ahead and fill in my brows. Okay, so eyebrows are all done. I went ahead and highlighted underneath with my e.l.f. as well. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my mascara. It's just the Maybelline Volume that I'm using. And I'm gonna give them a little zhuzh and then go ahead and stick on my falsies. My lashes will come from, these ones are gonna put on come from Shein. Otherwise, I do get them from Temu, but today's set is going to come from Shein. And I use the hair store glue, which is perfect to put them on. And then lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips and then blend out any powder on my face. Lips are one of my favorite things. I'm gonna put on my lashes last actually. So with the same eyebrow gel I use, I'm gonna go ahead and outline my lips. And I love to overline. Now from the hair store, I have my first liquid lippy. It's called Cocoa Craze. This is also only, I think, $3. If not, it's also $2. And for the nude, we're gonna go ahead and use the Child Star to blend it out. Y'all, I legit love this lip combo right here. I get compliments on it all the time. She does what she has to do every single time. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the powder we had when we were contouring and see what I mean? Striking. It looks so perfect. And see what I mean, dolls? Look, it still has that nice shimmery look from when we used the One Size setting spray. And I love what it's doing right now. So it is a brand new lash palette that I'm going to be taking out. And again, this is going to be my Shein coming up haul. I mean, I'm using it now, but I'll probably still include it just so y'all can see. And make sure you use a lash curler. This is my little pretty glitter one from Temu. And you're going to go ahead and curl up your lashes. Just put it in here like so. And once it's in proper, you just keep pressing. And it will create a nice like decurl look, which is very pretty. Now, I love to apply mine with tweezers just because it's easier to navigate and stick on beautifully. And then I just add a little bit of glue to the bottom. I put it on a separate tray first, and then I add it and stick it on. Next to sealing everything perfectly, I'm going to go ahead and spray my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And our final step is lip gloss. So this gloss I'm using here is also to be from the hair store. This one is $2 and it's just a 24K gold gloss we're gonna put on here, right in the middle. And after you do the center, go ahead and spread it out. That way you're not bringing the brown into where your lips are nude. And then a little hack to make sure you do not get lipstick on your teeth. I just use the back of my brush and just rub off any excess lip glosses so you don't get on your teeth throughout the day while you're talking. All right, my on-time doll beauties, that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming it for you all. The technique came out flawlessly. It was executed great. I hope you all have a beautiful Mother's Day if you're celebrating. If you've ever miscarried, happy Mother's Day to you. If you have your first rainbow baby, happy Mother's Day to you as well. Those of us that have lost our moms, happy Mother's Day to our heavenly moms up there. And I hope that you are finding some joy in today's Mother's Day. Go bring your mom some flowers. Celebrate with those that love and care about you. For my moms that are currently pregnant out there, happy Mother's Day for you. And for those that are currently trying to conceive, and my dog moms, my cat moms, happy Mother's Day to all of you beautiful, gorgeous women out there. And I hope you guys all have a blessed and beautiful Sunday. I will see you all again very soon in another video. Bye.